fellas, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Natasya Nazil, and now I'm gonna explain about assessing listening, speaking, reading, writing, and grammar. For the first, I'm gonna explain about assessing listening, the type of listening performance. First, intensive. The test the smallest part of language such as phonemes, word, intonation, discourse, makers, and manners. Second, responsive. Let's move appropriately to what has been heard. In this case, the speaker is expected to be able to master the WH question in order to be able to answer the question correctly. Third, selective. The tastemaker is able to choose the most appropriate answer based on specific information that has been heard. In select listening, students are usually asked to listen to names, numbers, duration, or certain facts and events. Fourth, extensive. Extensive performance ranges from listening to lively lectures to listening to a corporate conversation and delivering a comprehensive or message or purpose. Micro and macro skill of listening. First, clustering. Difficulty in distinguishing praise. Second, redundancy. There is repetition of word or sentence or in the question which causes the test taker to be confused in answering the question. Therefore, the test taker must know the type of repetition representing the liberation and insulation. Third, reduce. Must know the sentence from the reduce so that if the test taker is not confused with the reduced sentence. Fourth, performance variables. In this case, the suitable of the place and careful preparation of the task really need to be paid attention not to tell the immaturity of this preparation can be inferred with the course of the test. Then, assessing speaking. Basic type of speaking. First, immediately and at one end of continuum of type of speaking performance is the ability to simply read back a word or phrase or possibly a sentence. Second, intensive. The second type of speaking frequently employed in assessment context in the production of short and stretches of oral language designed to demonstrate competence in a narrow band of grammatical place, lexical, or chronological relationship. Third, responsive. Responsive assessment tests include interaction and test comprehension but the somewhat limited level of very short conversation, standard greeting, and small call and simple requests and commands. Fourth, interactive. The interactive can take the two forms of transactional language which has the purpose of exchanging specific information or interpersonal exchange which has the purpose of maintaining social relationship. The last is extensive or monologue. Extensive oral production tests include speech, oral presentation, and storytelling during which the opportunity for oral interaction from listeners is highly limited or ruled altogether. And the next is micro and macro skill of oral production. In the micro skill, there are 1. Produce difference among English phonemes and allophonic variants. 2. Produce change of language of different length. And then 3. Produce reduced form of word and phrase. And then on the micro skills, there are appropriately accomplished communicative function according to situation, participants, and goals. And then use appropriate style, register, implicates, redundancies, preference conversation rules, floor keeping, and yielding, interacting, and others. And next, assessing writing. The type of writing performance. First, immediately this category includes the ability to spell correctly and to perceive one and current correspondence in the English spelling system. skill is producing appropriate vocabulary within a context, collocation, and idioms and correct grammatically features up to the line of sentence. Third, responsive. Require learners to perform at a limited discourse level, connecting sentence in a paragraph and creating a logically connected sequence of 2 or 3 paragraphs. Effort is extensive, implies successful management of all the process and strategies of writing for all purpose up to the line of an essay, a term paper, a major research project report, or even a thesis. And now is micro and macro skill of writing. And micro skill, there are 1. Produce preference and orthographic pattern of English. 2. Produce writing at an efficient rate of speed to suit this purpose. 3. Produce an acceptable core of word and use appropriate word order pattern. And on the macro skill, first, use the rhetorical form and convention of written discourse, and then appropriately accomplish the communicative function of written text according to form and purpose. And next is assessing reading comprehension. There are 3 levels. The first level, comprehension. At this level, in full surface meaning, and this level, teacher can ask students to find information and ideas that are explicitly stated in the text. And the second level is interpretive or referential comprehension. At this level, students must be able to read critically and analyze carefully what they have read and what they need to be able to see relationship among ideas. And then the last is the third level of comprehensive. It's critical reading, whereby idea and information are being evaluated. There are 5 basic objectives in the reading assessment as follows. First, reading ability assessment. Reading proficiency assessment are important as a way to understand students' overall reading ability. Second, assessment of classroom learning. Assessment of reading improvement in the classroom setting involving of skills and knowledge. Third, assessment for learner. This assessment purpose is intended to support and promote student learning. In this case, the improvement of reading abilities. Fourth, assessment of curricular effectiveness. Assessment outcomes that apply to curricular effectiveness include standardized testing and innovative assessment that highlight specific school or program goals. The last, assessment for research purpose. Assessment for research purpose is very important for reading research results, as well as for their implications for reading instruction. Okay, last but not least, assessing grammar. In terms of assessment, grammar is central to language description and textual performance. Grammatical knowledge consists of 3 elements. First, grammatical form are the structure of language. Form is both morphology or how words are formed, and then syntax, how words are strung together. Both of them are concerned with the language accuracy of language. Second, grammatical meaning of those forms. Grammatical meaning consists of both the literal and intended message that is conveyed by the form, in concern with the meaningfulness of language use. Third, their pragmatic meaning are used in a given context. The pragmatic or implied meaning results from the appropriate language choice a learners make in a given communicative event. And the next is assessing grammar. There are 5 characteristics that measure communicative grammar. Number 1, the text must provide more context than only a single sentence. Number 2, the test taker should understand what the communicative purpose of the text is. Number 3, he or she should also know who its intended audience is. Number 4, he or she must have to focus on meaning and not form to answer correctly. Number 5, that the stacker was to be able to produce grammatical response. Okay guys, that's all from me, and I'm sorry if there are any mistake on my video. Thanks for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.